Hi friend, it's Lexi and my cohort YAPPY, and we're just popping in to wish you all a terrific Tuesday and to chat a little bit. So, as the beautiful Miss Wendy Williams says, grab a snack and come on back. Friends, I hope you are well today on this terrific Tuesday. The sun is shining here in my world. It is March 18th, 2025. Today would have been my uncle Wilbur Morales' 95th birthday. So he's up in the heavens with my beautiful mommy and all his family who came after him, his beautiful wife and his son and daughter-in-law and grandson who preceded him. His grandson who came after him, and just all the love, all the Moraleses that are there. So I know he is just being, the angels are abuzz today. So anyway, there were a couple things I wanted to talk about today, just off the cuff. One of them is technology. As we get older, I am a crone, if you didn't know. I am 60 years old, and I'm really good with technology. I have never had a problem with technology at all. In some instances, I can even do things better than my 27-year-old daughter, believe it or not. But lately, it's just been like a shit show as far as my new iPhone 16 Pro Max is gone. It's like, what is going on? What is going on? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a freaking loss. I'm at a loss. You know what? I'm at a loss, And for those of you who don't know, a crone, in folklore and everything, a crone is like an evil old woman, the old witch with a cane. And no, I'm a sexy crone. Very sexy crone. And so are my crone sisters. So, but anyway, I don't know. Technology just, it gets you sometimes. You know what I mean? It just gets you. And, the crone, a crone comes from a crown. I'll get back to the technology, but I need to explain this because a lot of people don't know what a crone is. You think of, yes, the little old witch, like in Little Red Riding Hood, and everything, and, Snow White and all that, right? But, a crone just has so much wisdom, and the crown emanates from her head, she's just beautiful, and that's what I am. So yes, thought I would explain that because I know some people are like, what does that mean? So that's what that means. So anyway, getting back to technology, my phone has just been acting crazy. My beautiful sister, one of my beautiful soul sisters here, sent me something on how to do a hard stop, and I'm going to do it today. It's not on this phone that I'm filming on. So the phone that I'm filming you on right now is my old iPhone 11, which I had already cleaned off and took it back to factory settings. So this phone has nothing on it, and it's beautiful, and I love to tape on it because it doesn't put all this stuff on my new phone. My new phone is 1 terabyte, and it's already full. I've had to delete so many things off of this phone already, and it's like it's a brand new freaking phone. You know what I mean? It should not be full. And so yeah. So anyway, we'll see what happens once I do a hard stop. It's sending videos, sending emails, sending anything, sending text messages. It's ridiculous. It's like nothing wants to happen. My beautiful Nancy, a Crohn's Intuition, this morning said to me, maybe you should just turn it off and turn it back on. Like, duh, which I did. And it worked fine after that. But, you know, it's like it's a brand new phone. So why is it acting this way? And I often wonder when we buy new things, you know, these phones come out so frequently. They're so expensive. Like, I'll probably be paying for this phone until I have a grandchild. That's not in the works, by the way. Zoe is not having any children. But, you know, that's how I feel like it's going to take me that long to pay for this freaking phone. It's ridiculous. And it doesn't work right. You know what I mean? And they come out with something. As soon as we bought this phone, what did they come out with? The 16E. Like, what? You know, it's ridiculous. And they don't work right. I mean, I feel like with all this technology and AI and everything, these phones should just be so succinct. They should just work like with nothing. I should be able to look at my phone and it should be able to do whatever I wanted to do at this point. That's how I feel. It's like, But anyway, I wanted to talk about, you know, starting a YouTube over 50. And in my case, over 60. You know, starting this YouTube, like I've mentioned before, I did a video, you know, making YouTube videos at 60 and nobody's watching. And, you know, I know that people are watching, you know, but a lot of times people will not subscribe. People will not like your videos, you know, to push them out there. I don't think people realize how important that is here on this platform, you know, because they're used to watching content creators, big content creators who don't, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm just a small little crone here in this universe. And I want to make it big. You know, I want to have thousands of views and thousands of followers and subscribers, of course. You know what I mean? And I know that that all takes time. But I don't regret starting this over 60. You know what I mean? Over 40, 50, 60, and beyond, do it. Start your YouTube channel. If you're watching me right now, you have a channel because you're watching, but you're not taping or filming or doing, just do it. Get on here and do it. You have so much wisdom. You have so much to say. You think you don't, but you have so much to offer, so much to talk about every day. You know, I do. You know, I have so much to say. Me and my little cohort, Yappy here, you know, we have so much to talk about. And starting a YouTube channel was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. At 60 years old, it's the best thing I've ever done. This YouTube and you, my friend, as I say in every video, and I said it in the last one, have changed my life. Changed my life? No, I'm not monetized after 30 days. I've been here for a little over 2 months now. I'm still at 127 subscribers, so hopefully that will pick up really, really soon, and I know that it will. And, you know, I'm not at 1,000 subscribers in 30 days and blah, 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 blah. No. You know what I mean? You know, the whole YouTube is on easy mode and all that. Well, maybe it is for some. That wasn't my experience here. You know, that's not been my experience. I have posted a video every single day. I believe this video is going to be 194. I am almost at 200 videos. You know what I mean? I've posted a video every day in the last 2 months. Plus, I already had some videos on my platform. And some days I post maybe 2 or 3 videos. Like yesterday, I posted 2. And some days I post shorts. So that all adds up, you know, and I've done lives. I haven't done a live in 3 weeks. And the reason for that is everybody on this platform who I am subscribed to and who I am interested in do lives. And of course, they do them all times of the day, whatever, which is great. But that leaves it where everybody is like, you know, hammering like, okay, this person has a live, but this one has a live, and then that one has a live, and then I won't have really anybody to monitor my lives, to moderate them. And I need moderators. I get all these little children in my lives, and I get all the creepy people and stuff in my lives I don't want. The very first live I did was so beautiful. It was so organic because I just pressed the button by mistake and I was out there. I was out there. And I had two beautiful friends come, and it was just amazing. Then the next live I did after that was also amazing. And then I did another live after that, and I thought, and then after that, the ones that I did, I kept getting all these new and strange people who are not subscribed to me. And I've gotten a lot of subscribers from the lives, though. I've gotten a few, but a lot of them are children. And when I say children, I mean, I'm not talking like I'm 60, and I'm not saying somebody who's 20 or 18. I'm talking about children under the age of 18. I don't even want somebody 18 on here, but I mean, if you're on here, that's fine. Knock yourself out. But somebody who is 7 years old, 9 years old, 13 years old, 11 years old, 16 years old. These are the people that I'm attracting when I do a live. And I don't like that. And even though we put on there, this video is not for children, they still come. You know, so YouTube has a lot of work to do as far as I'm concerned on that front, because it's not succinct. It doesn't, you know, you could put that till you're blue in the face. It doesn't matter. These kids are still on here. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not cursing. I'm not, you know, I may use a little profanity if I'm speaking about something on occasion, but that's not my norm. You know what I mean? And I'm not really talking about things that a child couldn't listen to per se, but I'm not here for children. I'm not a child, anybody. I mean, I know people see Yappy and they think that, but no, we're not children here. You know, I am a grown-ass woman. I am a crone. I am 60 years old. I'm not trying to entertain your children on YouTube. I'm not trying to do that. Now, if that was my niche and I was a storyteller for kids or a singer and actor and doing all this stuff and having a kids channel, that's one thing. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I'm not. If I was Miss Rachel, yeah, hey, bring it on. But no. Or if I was Tabitha and I have my kids channel, yes, Tabitha Brown, she has a beautiful children's channel. But she also has her adult content. You know what I mean? I have my adult content here. You know, I'm an emerging YouTube creator at 60 years old with adult content, not content for kids. You know, so that's the only downfall, I would say, being back on this space. I've had my YouTube channel since April 1st of 2011. So I'm coming up on my anniversary soon, since 2011. So it'll be my 14th anniversary on April 1st of being on YouTube. Not doing content on YouTube, but just being on YouTube. I had a few videos on here, a couple of shorts, and my most recent video that I had on here before I came back on January 5th was a video that I did 3.5 years ago when my mother passed away. And that video has over 200 views. Because of course it was a 4-minute video and I am just bawling my eyes out and just really going through it. So you can go back and watch that. And, you know, that video I did and I put it on here. But then after that, I didn't post anything here, which I wish that I would have started back then. And maybe by now, you know, I would be where I really want to be here on this platform. But, you know, as I always say, everything happens in divine timing. You know, the universe is always conspiring to give us our desires and what we need and what we want. So I know that it's coming, you know what I mean? And I know that I need to be patient, which is not one of my virtues. If you watched that video way back when, patience is definitely not one of my virtues. But I am learning as I'm 60, you know, that I have to wait for things, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's not easy though. It's a little hard, but I'm holding. So, but I wanted to talk about that, you know, getting on this platform over the age of 40, over the age of 50, 60, and there are so many of us here, beautiful people in their 80s who have 80 beyond thousands of subscribers. Yes. And I want to get to that point. I have a lot to say and a lot to do here in my little studio. So I hope that you come back and watch, you know, and see the wisdom, the knowledge, and all the things that I have to talk about. You know, I do a lot of reading here from my gratitude journals, from The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and also from the Book of Boundaries by Melissa Urban. And most of you know Melissa Urban from her Whole 30 diet. You know, she's one of the founders of the Whole 30 Plan. And you all know Mel Robbins. She has a podcast that's here on YouTube. She's on Instagram. She's everywhere, and she's amazing. She used to have a show on TV, and I don't think she still does anymore now that she's does her podcast and everything, and she's here on YouTube and other platforms. And I love them. I love self-help books. So I love, you know, giving my perspective on what I'm reading and my take on things here. And so that's what you'll get from me. And a lot of gratitude, a lot of gratitude. I am so grateful, and I feel like all of us need to be grateful every single day. You need to at least write down 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. Every single day. You know, I started off grateful. I woke up this morning, I opened my eyes, grateful. I did not have a great sleep last night, but I'm grateful that I opened my eyes and I'm still here. You know, Mother Mary and the blood of her son, Jesus, got me here this morning. So I'm here. I'm still here. And that is just amazing. So that made it a terrific Tuesday right there. You know what I mean? It's Tuesday, so if you celebrate Taco Tuesday, that's something to be grateful for, something to look forward to today. That's 2 right there. You know what I mean? The sun is shining outside my window here in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's number 3 of things to be grateful for right there. And then as the rest of my day goes, there's so many things to be grateful for. So I know if I just had 3 right here, you've got to have 3. The first one is you woke up this morning. So you already have 1. You know, you already have 1. So try to think of that every day. And at the end of your day, you know, you can wake up with doing a gratitude journal, or at the end of your day. I have a couple here that I do. I have moments of gratitude. This is a guided journal. And I don't know if I put it in my video yesterday. I got to go back and put it in if I didn't yesterday. And the 5-minute gratitude journal. This, I believe, is down in the description. And these videos are both guided videos, and they're really good. I don't write in them, and I haven't highlighted or anything in them. But they're very nice videos. They're very nice books. And they have prompts. You could put a date on it, you know, if you want to write in it and do it. And I just love it. You know, I just love both of these books. And they help. This one is nice. It has, you know, a ribbon so you can mark your space, which I love in that. And it has so many things. Okay, let me read something to you. I read something yesterday that Oprah Winfrey had in the book. So today I'm going to read something for you as we get ready to close up here. We're here to feel the joy of life pulsing in us now. And this is from Joyce Carol Oates. And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. You know, I just love it. I love this book so much. And, you know, it's amazing. To be grateful every day, you'll see the change. You'll see the change in how you walk and how you strut, and you hold your head up high because you're grateful. You know what I mean? It beats the alternative of being, you know, mad, having a shitty attitude. Nobody wants that. And nobody wants to be around you when you're like that. You know what I mean? So make another thing grateful. Get on here. Get on YouTube. You can do it. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. You know, get on here. You don't have to post every single day like I am, but make a video. Do once a week or do twice a week, and come on and give a little story, a little anecdote, read from a book, whatever you want to do. You know, do something fun here. You know, do something fun. Come on and make it fun. Who knows? You'll probably beat me in and get 1,000 subscribers in less than 30 days, and it'll just be fun. You know what I mean? So just do it. Just do it. You know? You know, that's all I can say. Just do it. It's really fun. I never thought that I would meet the people that I've met here. I have met the most beautiful people in this space who are here. They are now some of my best and closest friends here. So do it. Give it a chance. You know, we're never too old to learn something new. And it's not hard. I do very little editing of my videos. Just post a video. You don't have to edit it. Mistakes and all. Just post it. And you will get the views. People will love you. I promise. I promise they'll love you. People love me, so I know they will love you. So that's what I wanted to say. You know, don't wait, don't delay. Start a YouTube channel today. Do it. That rhymes. Do it. So Yappy and I, we're out. And if you're new here, thank you. If you stayed this long, Yappy is my cohort, my personal support Chihuahua here on YouTube. And, you know, she's fabulous. She's a superstar. My name is Alexis. And it's so nice to meet you and have you here. My friends here all call me Lexi. And my beautiful friends here, a few of them have coined me Sexi Lexi, and that's sexy with an I. And then there are my beautiful friends that coined me Luscious Lexi. And I answer to them all. So this crone is saying to you, come on, what are you waiting for? Come on, do it. There's more than enough room for all of us here. So, and if you do start, make sure you subscribe to my channel and let me know that you've started so I can support you. Have a great day. Deuces, and love you plenty.